Hey everyone, we're in the arcade and it's time for a little arcade action. So what do we got going on today? It is Donkey Kong. As most people know, Donkey Kong is Nintendo's 1981 arcade game. It's probably Nintendo's most well-known arcade game of all time and maybe the most successful. A lot of franchises of Nintendo, both on console as well as arcade, derived from this game. What we've got here today we're talking about is again the original cabinet. This particular cabinet itself is actually the very cabinet that I first played in an arcade, and so it's all original. It's got the original marquee, the bezel glass itself, and although I do have reproduction parts for all the art and such things like that, I've kept it all the way it was just because I kind of like it, kind of like the worn look. And it's even got the the original cigarette burns on the buttons. I mean, you can't get that. You can't replace that, right? That's 80s stuff, especially in the U.S. where you haven't been able to smoke in public places really for a long time. Yeah, originally Mario was, as a lot of people know, he was known as Jumpman. If I can focus in there, his name wasn't even particularly Mario yet. And but yeah, his request is to save the damsel in distress from Donkey Kong, which looks quite a bit like King Kong professing his love there. I don't think she seems too amused. And Mario, aka Jumpman, isn't too happy about it either. But on the top of my topper here, I've got a flyer, Donkey Kong flyer, and then also I've got a couple of GameCube bongo sets I thought really looked great, and then there's just a little stuffed animal of DK himself. Here's the brochure here. I like to put these on top of each of my games. Got Donkey Kong up there. It's kind of interesting, this perspective on the art. You can see kind of the 3D perspective, whereas each girder is sort of in a series like that, so it makes more sense that the barrels might come down that way. So just look at the back here quick. It's kind of interesting. It says, "Chills, thrills, test your skills, Donkey Kong from Nintendo." Everyone's going ape over Donkey Kong. Snort, help, fight. And the most exciting name in video games, Nintendo. Yeah, I mean, for a lot of people, Nintendo really is it. That it's sure was strong in the console market and had some great original arcade games as well. Here also I've got Super Punch-Out, which I'll do Punch-Out, which I'll do another talk through about as well. But a couple other just memorabilia things I've got in the game here. I've got another Billy Mitchell signed autograph. He was one of the original Donkey Kong world record holders in the 80s, as a lot of people know, and always play to win. Billy Mitchell, that's kind of his tagline there. Also got a signed card here by Robbie Lakeman. He's one of the top Donkey Kong players as well, so that's kind of cool, just for memory's sake. What else can you say about this cabinet? It's a vertical cabinet. It's a Nintendo cabinet. It's got great side art. The original Donkey Kong cabinets were red, radar scope conversions. This is the one you'll typically see. This is a plywood cabinet, the blue DK cabinet. Pretty standard stuff, but yeah, I like it. It's one of my favorite games of all time. When I remember playing this game first time on the Atari 2600, and I was thinking, what is that? The graphics were, I mean, was it fun? Yeah, it was fun into itself, but you would have to know what you were playing in order to interpret that as Donkey Kong. I mean, the character was like a big blob of pixels, and but hey, I think they did a great job doing what they could within the timeline they had and the budget and the hardware they're using as well. And it was fun to have a home version of the game. The Coleco version was really the one to get, I guess, at home. But let's fire it up. We'll just play a first round here of Donkey Kong. Not a whole play through, but let's just hear some of the sound effects and go through it. Let me set the camera up here. I should also say, in this Donkey Kong cabinet, I also actually have the original Donkey Kong board, Donkey Kong Jr., Donkey Kong 3, DK2, which is a newer mod, and as well as DK Remix. I've got the original hardware on all of them, and I just switch between them with a Vector Lab switcher board. So I've conveniently kind of organized all those boards inside. I thought, you know, you could own 3 Donkey Kong machines, but I just want to own one great Donkey Kong machine, and I think I like the art in the original Donkey Kong best, and this way I don't have to maintain all those machines, even though I've got parts for all the kind of stuff, but I like Donkey Kong, so let's give it a try. That is my highest score on the way, 114,000. Not a real great score, but hey, I've got a little bit of command of what's going on. I think I've got to the 3rd or 4th level with the elevators past that, and that's about as far as I've taken it. Sometime I'll probably put a little more time into it, try to polish up my skills, get a little better, but I just have fun with it. A lot of people on this stage kind of take this typical pattern. They'll knock this block out, walk up here, and knock these other 2. The whole idea is to get all of these fireball characters over onto the left side of the screen so you can clear the right side more easily. So let's see if I can kill a few of them here. They always respawn on the left side, and so the more I can kill on this side, they'll come on the right, back on the left side and make things a little bit easier. So now I'm just kind of free playing it a little bit. See if I can get this guy. If I can kill that guy, there we go. This will work out real well, I think. Well, I should have waited till that guy came over. Now, if he comes over here, that'll be a lock. If not, then my plans are a little bit messed up. There we go. I think he'll still go on the right side. Alright. Yeah, there we go. Now I pretty much got the run of the board, and I can do the trick. I can kind of point press. Everybody knows this trick probably, but I'll just say it for the heck of it. If you jump straight up and then push to the right, near Donkey Kong, you can get 100 points every time you jump. So the thing is, you can probably get 2 of these, almost 2 of these for every second on the clock. The bonus goes down. So it actually is worth your while to just do this until the clock runs down. So you see I'm racking up points there. But it's part of the game. Everybody does it. It's just one of the things you do. Even when the clock hits 0 there, I can still get a couple jumps in before I'm actually dead. Let's see if I can push my luck here. Alright, I'm at 0, 1, 2, and off. There we go. Alright, see that I just jumped one there? There. It's kind of a little pattern to pick up an extra 100 points on that first barrel. Keep going. I'll probably do a little gameplay on DK Remix too. I've seen a few people post things online. I was especially proud of myself, and I went to an Arcade Expo the other weekend, and I ended up posting the highest score on the new DK Remix board, which is pretty cool. I think the first time I played, I only got like 300 points, and then after a game or two, though, I was up in the 60,000s or more, near 70,000 something. Which, yeah, it's not that great of a score, but A lot of people actually, they're telling me they played a couple games and they got 0, like they didn't even score a point, which is totally reasonable because I got killed right away, and there's so much randomness in that first board. It's really fun, really hard. So yeah, I got like 300 points one of my times, like for the entire game. And then a little practice, you know, you can bump up a little bit. But mostly, a lot of these old games, it's like you play 1 or 2 games, you're terrible, and then all of a sudden you just play, you know, put in, let's say 5 games, and then all of a sudden your ability is like 5 times better, and you can really actually get somewhere. You can feel yourself improving. That's kind of where it gets fun. Back in the day in the arcade, a lot of times I only had, you know, a few quarters or something, so I never really got to that enjoyment part where I wasn't really able to, you know, spend enough money to really invest and get any skill. It was just more of like a total random thing. And but now when I have some of these home games at home, I can really play them, you know, develop some skill, have some more fun with it in different ways that, you know, probably weren't intended at the arcade or most people, not that it wasn't intended, but you can just get more out of them in different ways than you would have back then. I'll just take it through to this stage probably, and then I'll cut the video short here. Just want to show a few of the stages and stuff. Get a little variety here. Everyone jumps right there, and I missed it. Oh my gosh. Yeah, not the best game. That's okay. See if I can just get through on this one here. All right. Come back here. There we go. There we go. Now I own the board.